Who would you be without the fear of X, Y, or Z? If you didn't have the fear, what would you do? Would you apply for that job? Would you go on a dating site? Would you tell someone in your life how much they mean to you? Would you raise your prices? Would you post on social media a little differently? Think about it. How would your life change if you weren't afraid? Welcome to Possibilities with me, Hina Khan. I've been a coach and psychotherapist for well over a decade. And after working with hundreds of clients, here's what I've come to know. The only thing holding us back from a larger, more expansive life is our mindset. I'm going to help you break through your mental barriers and unlock infinite possibilities. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. And thank you for joining my Facebook group, Hina Success Circle. If you're like, what's that? Well, that is my Facebook group where you and I can connect in real time. So all you have to do is go to the description down below, and the link is there to join the Success Circle. The other day, I asked my clients, what is the fear between you and your goal? Here is some of what they shared. Fear of exhaustion. Fear of being on all the time. Fear of what others will think. Fear of failure. Fear of not being able to hold on to success. Fear of losing friends and family. Fear of aiming too high. Fear of sacrificing family. Can you relate to those fears? I know I can. I swear, I've had multiple of those at the same time, and I've certainly had each and every one of those at one point in my life. I love what Robert Russell said. He said, fear is faith working in the wrong direction. Isn't that good? Fear is faith working in the wrong direction. When we are on the level of fear, do you know what we do? We confirm it. We talk about energy a lot on this show, how what we focus on expands and attracts. And this applies to fear too. When we expect to be exhausted, guess what? We're exhausted. When we focus on what people think, we notice criticisms. We do that because our dominant beliefs are always being realized. We expect it, and we create what we expect. Now, some of these fears we can get our head around. They make sense. Like, for example, let's say you want to put your hat in the ring for a promotion, but you may be afraid that if you were to get that promotion, it would mean longer hours, it could mean more responsibility, maybe more work. So we can kind of get our head around that. Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily true, but it could make sense of why we wouldn't want that, or why we might be hesitant about it. But there are some fears that just don't seem to make sense. For example, the fear of success. Oh my gosh, I see this with my clients all the time. In fact, I had this one client. She had been at the same level with her company for 2 years. If she got to the next level, she would get a car bonus. But she could never quite hit it. She would always level off. So one time we had a heart-to-heart. I looked at her and I said, do you really want this? Is it a strong desire? And she said, yes. So then I asked her, what fear is holding you back? What are you really afraid of? And then you could see her whole facial expression started to change as it dawned on her. She was afraid that the success would be fleeting. What if she actually got that car bonus, but couldn't hold on to it? What if the neighbors saw the car in her driveway and then one day it wasn't there? What would they think? So it was better to simply not go for it than risk that humiliation. I mean, think about it. What the neighbors may or may not think, that is what held her back. But when she realized the root cause of her plateau, she was able to put it aside. And guess what? She reached her goal in only 2 months. The success that we desire is a bigger version of ourselves, and we are playing at a different level then. And that level is also unknown to us. So many times these desires are coupled with doubts. Doubts like, will I be able to reach it? Am I worthy of it? What will people think? Can I hold on to it? Can I manage it? But you see, when those doubts are dominant, then we dismiss opportunities. This happened to me. I had just wrapped up my psychotherapy training, and I got a call from one of my good girlfriends, and she said, Hina, I've got some exciting news for you. There's this new show that I'm working on, and they are casting for a therapist/host of this show. And I felt like I was punched in the stomach. Immediately, I'm telling you, my body got hot with all the doubts. Who am I to do this? I'm not Dr. Phil. I only just graduated recently. I don't have enough experience. What will the faculty think? Oh my gosh, this is diluting psychotherapy and the profession and blah, 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 blah. But there was also a part of me that really wanted this. That was like, oh my God, this would be like a dream come true. Okay, now that part was a whisper. The doubts were yelling in my ear. But here's what I thought. I thought I could go for it and not get it. Problem solved. I'll audition and I won't get it. I had the audition and I got it. It was offered to me. I was terrified. This opportunity was bigger than me, but I did take it. And then do you know what I did right away? Was I went shopping. To compensate, I went shopping and I thought, okay, what does a TV therapist wear? And I thought, okay, probably Banana Republic. Nice collared shirts and slacks. And that's honestly what I had to do to get myself to feel really comfortable in the part because I was so uncomfortable with it. And remember when I had said that I was worried that the faculty would be having meetings about me? Well, the show goes to air and guess what happens? I get called into a meeting with some of the faculty. Yeah, my nightmare. My nightmare is about to happen. Only it wasn't the nightmare that I thought it was going to be. They were actually really impressed with what I was doing and was wondering if I would consider doing a documentary on the institution, on our training center. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? Can you believe that I was about to turn down something that I really wanted because of all of my fear? And that turned out to be such a fun time. We did 4 seasons of the show. It's called Save Us From Our House. Google it. I'm sure you'll find it. I saw it dubbed in Spanish the other day. And there were so many times when I could have talked myself out of the experience. And you know why? Because I feared success. I feared what other people would think. Many times, we also may have fears that are not even ours. They've been passed down onto us as this kind of moral code, and it's determined how much we can have and what we will go for. I got to tell you, I am so grateful that I took that chance, that I bet on myself. So, let's think about what you're grateful for, shall we? Let's move into our gratitude practice. If you're able to, go ahead, grab pen and paper, or simply open up notes on your phone. If you can't do that, that's okay. Just start to connect to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel yourself relax as you think of 10 things that you are grateful for right now. beautiful. Being grateful for what you have now will open you up to being grateful for what is coming. I would love to know what made your gratitude list. So let me know in the Facebook group Hina Success Circle. Remember, the link is in the description. And if you love this episode, you know what to do. Rate it, write a review, share it. When you do that, I really appreciate it because it helps us reach more people. And I just feel now more than ever, more and more people need this kind of content. And I will meet you here next time on Possibilities. This episode was produced by Stephanie Phillips, presented by the Frequency Podcast Network.